Hello everybody, Ashley Kaltwasser here, and today I'm going to discuss 12 ways that you can intensify your workout. The first way you can intensify your workout is to add bands when possible. I really like to use the booty band around my knees and push outward on my knees so I get that upper side glute area. It adds a little extra burn to your workout and really intensifies the exercise. It's great for those who are trying to build their booty, but you can also add bands in other places as well. You can use the long resistance bands. You can even use some around your wrists for different exercises involving shoulders or arms. The possibilities are endless. Don't forget your band next time you hit the gym. Just keep it in your backpack anytime you want that extra burn. Next, we can try drop sets or even burnout sets, and this is great to do to go till failure on your last set. I really like burnout sets myself. What I'll do is I will lift with all my reps and sets, and then whatever weight I'm using at the time, let's say I'm using 20-pound dumbbells for shoulder press, for example. If I'm doing that and I'm on my last set, what I like to do is I like to drop that weight in half and just go till failure, till I can't do any more reps. And it is so good for muscle growth, and it really helps you strengthen that muscle group. Next, let's talk about unilateral movements. Unilateral training entails isolating and using the muscles on one side of the body at a time, such as a single leg hamstring curl. There are a few benefits to unilateral training, such as isolating and correcting muscle imbalances. It aids in injury prevention, helps with balance in general, and it adds volume to your workout since you'll be doing essentially twice as much as you typically would. Time under tension is our next point. This is something that you really need to pay attention to, because if you're zoning out, you're not going to follow this correctly. Time under tension is basically lessening those rest periods so that your muscle is always contracted, always being worked. And this is a great way to add some size, to put on some muscle, to intensify your workouts. Next, we can incorporate active rest. So what is active rest? Active rest is when you're still doing movements while resting. So you're not just standing there, you're not just sitting there. Active rest could even be something like body weight squats, it could be walking lunges, any movement that you're doing that you're not just stagnant or sedentary, right? So if we're on a treadmill doing cardio, for example, active rest would be something like maybe even just walking on the treadmill. Next up, I kind of wanted to put all these things together because they all kind of fall within the same category. And I'm sure many of you already know some of these things, but maybe there is something on this list that you forgot about. And these are adding sets, reps, weights, training frequency, and limit the rest periods during your training. So all those I kind of just clustered together because, like I said, they all kind of fall within that same category, but it's something to keep in mind. If you're used to doing a certain exercise routine every week, sometimes you just happen to go through the motions but not really think, you know what, I could actually add weight, or I can add reps, I can add frequency. But most importantly, I think out of those, be aware of the rest period timing. So what that means is, are you kind of just zoning out during your time between sets? Are you gossiping with your friend about the latest Netflix documentary? Or are you paying attention to the clock, and when that 30 seconds is up or 45 seconds is up, are you jumping right back into the exercise? I think that's very important to do, because oftentimes, like I said, we can just zone out, maybe not even on purpose, but just out of habit. We're just thinking about something else. So very important things, especially limiting that rest period of timing to add intensity to your workout. Next up, we have super and giant sets. So basically, instead of just doing 4 sets of, let's say, squats, you can superset the exercises together. So that way your muscles getting some extra activation in there, getting more stimulus. So maybe you want to do a squat supersetted with reverse lunges, or you want to do a squat supersetted with deadlifts. But basically you just go back and forth between those two exercises. The rest time in between the two exercises is 0. You go right into the next one, and then once you finish both of those exercises, then you get your rest time. So it's limiting that time in between the exercises. So supersets would be alternating 2 exercises back and forth, whereas giant sets, it's 3. Next up, this is something so simple, but it's so helpful. Grips. So I use grips when I train things like back because oftentimes our grip gives out faster than the muscle group we're trying to train. For example, if I'm doing a lot of sets of reverse grip lat pull downs, more likely than not, my forearms are going to get fatigued faster than my back. So if I didn't have the grips, then basically what would happen is I'd have to stop because I can no longer hold on, although my back muscles still have some juice left in the tank. So adding the grips to your workouts during certain exercises can be super helpful. That way my grip isn't sacrificed, my forearms don't get fatigued, and I can go much longer and go heavier on my back exercises. And next we have pulse reps. So pulse reps are great because they really add some time under tension. Your muscles are always continuously being worked with these pulse reps. So for example, you might want to do glute bridges really heavy for 15 reps. So on those last 5 reps, you can just focus the movement on that upper half, right? So it adds that little extra burn, keeping that time under tension, and it's a great way to add on some intensity to the workout. And next, we have mind to muscle connection. I know we hear this term from time to time, and we don't even think about it when we are lifting, because maybe we're in a routine where we're doing the same thing over. On Monday, you're doing the same workout. Tuesday, you're doing the same workout. And next thing you know, you're just going through the motions without actually focusing on the squeeze, on the burn, not focusing on the actual muscle group that you should be lifting with, right? So it's important to concentrate when we're working out. Really ask yourself, what muscle group am I training? Where should I be feeling this at? And am I getting a good enough burn, or am I just throwing around weights and my mind is somewhere else? It's very easy to fall into the habit of just going through the motions. Just like if you were driving your car home from work every single day. You don't really think about, oh, I gotta make a left turn here, I gotta make a right turn here, because you're so used to doing that you're not even thinking about it. So it's very important that you use your mind to connect with the muscle groups that you should be training so that you concentrate and squeeze appropriately. And last but not least, this is a little bit of a bonus because I realize that not everybody is going to have access to this new technology, but NEUBIE NeuFits are pretty dang cool. They really help with the muscle growth in your training. So to better explain this new technology, I'm gonna have Coach SAMMICATLIN take over. She's gonna talk a little bit about how this works and why it's beneficial. Okay, Sam, so let us know what's up.
So the NEUBIE NeuFit is a really cool technology that sends an electromagnetic pulse to dormant muscle fibers. So it helps to wake up deep muscle fibers that have maybe been dormant for some time, so they're a little underactive. So by stimulating these in future workouts, so definitely while we're doing these training sessions, helps to re-engage those dormant fibers, re-establish neural pathways that may have been broken down, and get better muscle engagement, not only during the NEUBIE session, but in future workouts, because it helps to re-wake those fibers that have been broken down. So we do have this technology available at the Contest Prep Center only in Las Vegas. You can DM myself at SAMMICATLIN on Instagram, or TEAMELITEPHYSIQUE, or Steve Jordan to book your session now.
Thank you so much for watching. Please let us know in the comment section below how you like to intensify your workout.